like adjusts it, and he like looks you up and down.
Anna still keeps a straight face.
Who are you?
My name is Anna.
Why are you here?
Me and my friends have come on behalf of the recipient of one of your notes.
Who is this recipient? I write many a notes. Many a notes. That's not even good English, I think. I write many notes.
Well, he's
Okay.
Dragonborn, not English, but
I speak many people.
it is a daughter of a baker who's, I think, recently visited by
Amelia.
some of your men.
He like looks to the first guard, looks to the second guard, does that. They like turn around, walk away.
Now is your chance, Kyle. Take a note of him. You know what to do.
And he looks at Amelia and does. and then
Amelia!
turns. Or not Amelia, Anna.
Ah!
Anna, sorry. He looks at Anna and does, and then walks like past you. And
Anna kind of looks meaningfully at Johanny. Maybe he can do his trick. She can do his trick. Your trick.
You can just
His
fucking kill him
can
right
them
now.
they do their trick.
Is that what that's what I
Well-
assume looking at Juhani means, is like
Just
What are you
stab
coup-
talking about?
the
something.
coup de grace?
Think
No,
violent.
sneak with so she isn't alone.
I mean, does he look like he's only expecting one person to follow?
So far he's been kind of focusing on only Anna.
how can you look like you are expecting?
I don't
I'm just
know.
gonna keep following Anna. I'm
Did
just
he indicate
like,
it in any
why
way?
would I? If he has a problem with all of us coming, then he can figure that out himself.
Indeed.
I don't know. Anna is just looking at Johanny like since
you even
she's
see
hiding
Johanny?
behind her if
Full
she can keep her.
perception.
I'm not hiding. I'm standing in your shadow.
No, but you know, I clearly Johnny
It's
doesn't
the
get
same,
it,
I
so
know.
Anna is not even trying to. She just looked once. If you don't get it, that's fine. Anna just walks it with him, and you guys can do whatever your characters want to do.
Johanny remains in your shadow.
Following.
We're just
Meltdown
conveniently
follows.
turning in such a way that it's always behind you. Conveniently.
How far does the harbor master walk?
He walks pretty far. He leads you pretty far past the harbors, and then or past the harbor. It's actually one harbor, and then he like veers off to a direction, and he goes into this narrow streetway where like almost no one goes. So you go from like the busy part to like this narrow alley slash street where there's almost no one. When you were standing at the center of that or something, he like turns around and looks at Anna again, and he says, "I assume you mean Amelia."
She just nods once.
I expected her to come herself, but this is a pleasant surprise. The heroes of Tylonia, instead of the one who actually owes the debt. Did she hire you? Due to your reputation?
I don't remember the conversation with Amelia.
Sure, she was broke, and we're just doing this because we feel
She
like it.
just accepted our help for some weird reason and
Actually, I
completely
remember
oblivious.
she asked us to go, really,
Yes. Yes, she
instead
did.
of her, but I don't remember if she gave us a reason.
Because
She,
was
she
scared or
didn't
something.
pay us for it, did she? She just asked us and we agreed.
We can
We took
say
scraps of random bread, though. Off the floor.
Well, okay. Anna says, I am sure you are aware that she doesn't have the money to hire us.
Money isn't the only thing you can hire people with.
You can
Anna very vaguely says, that's true. And leaves it at that.
But assuming she hasn't hired you, I'm still quite surprised why the heroes of Tylonia would interfere with such a small matter as a debt.
And yet we do.
And yet you do. No
If you're
reason-
not interested.
What? Sorry, I didn't
Yeah,
hear you.
but if you're not interested.
Oh, of course I'm interested. Of course. I'm sure you could pay up the 10,000 gold pieces. I'm sure Tylonia rewarded you very well for saving the entire province from the clutches of the warband of those savage wildlands from beyond the sea.
They were very grateful, but the whole ordeal didn't leave them with very much to give us.
Well then,
We were wondering if there was any other way in which we could. As you said, money is not everything you can pay with.
that is absolutely true. That is absolutely true. Let me, for people hiding around in the area, hold on a sec. I'm hearing rolls. I'm like, oh god.
What are they rolling?
Yeah, Roy, you actually notice like, how do you say that? Like shadows of buildings that are supposed to be like, you know, on the same spot, but then you see like small parts of the shadow like moving.
Huh?
So the
Not
Buildings
the part
are
of the, like, the
twerking.
shadow of the building is there, but then you see like small shadows like skirting it.
darting back and forth.
Ew!
I know all about shadows.
You
Rats.
all want shadows. I'm sure that. Alright, so. I am unfortunately not the one, not the owner of the debt, merely the collector. I'm sure that if you talk to the owner of the debt, you may come to another arrangement. For he is a man of many desires.
And he happens to live in the most eastern province of Provincia. Never mind, I didn't say
no.
that.
He happens to live in the
In my
darkest
pocket. He is my
darkest
pocket gnome.
place of this city.
In the what? I didn't hear it with the pocket gnome.
He
Yeah.
happens to live in the darkest place of this city.
The
How,
sewer.
how lovely, Anna says sarcastically.
You guys are, or you are very into. He doesn't say you guys, obviously. You, that's not his speech. You seem very intelligent. Please go pay him a visit. And he like steps aside and indeed points to a grate in the ground. You might have to use your talents to find out exactly where he is hiding. But I am sure that people with your talents who are able to save an entire province from a savage warband have the skills in magic to decipher his hiding spot. Magic and tracking.
Does sound interesting.
Melga takes on Anna's shoulder and says, "Does you mean the basement?"
I just turned into a loading wheel 1 second. Melgar is vanished in the shadows by the looks of it.
A stealth check successful by Melgar. Oh my.
Oh my god, turned into a buffer immediately. Are you still there, no Daydreamer?
Oh yeah, I'm still here.
Well, we can still hear you, so maybe the camera will correct itself. Anna smiles at Melgar and says, "Looks like it."
Melga grimaces.
I'll be
Now, if
alright.
you wish to meet my master, I have other business to attend to. Good day.
Good day.
And he like walks off.
I said good day.
Anna looks at the others to see what their opinion is.
I
Melga
poke
walks
at the
over to the
grate.
grate.
Ah.
Seems like fun.
Yep.
I roll up my cape.
You do have the great. You roll off your cape,
Don't want to get even stinkier than it is.
and there is like a stairway like down like the normal,
Melgar returns from the shadows. Yeah.
the normal thing you would expect to see, you know. Not like a stairway like. what the one
Daydreamer,
goes
we
for
need
to-
the cape of your character in my campaign.
What?
The glow stick cape.
The glow stick cape. Yes.
Let there be. No, that's just annoying. It's blinding for people that have proper eyes, like me.
Well, Anna's not gonna go in first because you can't see where she's going.
I will light up a torch and go in first.
Melga will follow.
Let's the others pass so she can be
Yes.
in the
Let's
back.
walk in blindly.
Blindly. You arrive at the bottom
In the undergo.
of the sewers.
In the Underdark, more like.
In the Underdark. This is not the Forgotten Realm. And you must roll an initiative.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not
Battle.
full battle, by the way.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh,
I know what's going on. I know what's going on.
Alligators.
we're going to fall off some
Traps.
damn stairs.
It's gonna be a skill challenge.
Uh-huh, uh-huh, uh-huh.
Oh, yeah, Haystack hasn't done this before.
No,
so-
that's why I'm going to explain skill challenges.
Oh, it's easy. You can figure this out.
It's really easy. Alright, so skill challenges. With skill challenges, you roll initiative just like combat in order to determine which character goes first, etc., etc. During your turn, you can choose a skill to use to overcome the skill challenge. A skill challenge has a goal. Obviously, the goal for this skill challenge is to find the hiding place of the boss of Eduardo, as he mentioned. And you can use skills to overcome or to go work towards that goal. There are successes and fails. If you succeed, I will give like a very descriptive hint of your skills, so I won't say your skill succeeded or anything, but I give descriptive hints to guide you towards whether it succeeded or not. You have to have a certain amount of successes to let the skill challenge pass, or after a certain amount of fails, you fail the skill challenge. Yeah, so during the skill challenge, there are a few skills that you can use. There are primary skills, which if you use them, they have like a lower DC to use because the skills are appropriate for the challenge. And you have secondary minor skills, which have a normal difficulty. You can use your other skills, but you will have to give an explanation, like a logical explanation, as to why you would want to use that skill for this challenge. And if I agree with the explanation, you can use that skill. So you're searching for something, like, for example, a heal skill is not on the list. I'm going to tell you the list soon, so don't worry. But the heal skill, for example, is not on the list. But if you can tell me a logical explanation as to why you need a heal skill to search for a hiding spot, then you can try. But yeah, that's it. If you fail, something happens. If you succeed, something happens. And we'll get to that when we get there. But that's a
We
skill
all
challenge.
die.
That's never the result of a skill challenge, actually.
Do you have any
It might be
questions?
eventually. What are the skills?
Mr. Haystack.
Wait, what?
Do you have any questions at this point?
I believe I get it.
Perfect. I'm gonna use the battle sheet for the, not because there's a battle, but for the initiative. Let's see, where do the initiative rolls start?
With mine,
The
Perfect.
24.
after the 8, the fumble.
24.
If anybody's interested, I am sure we are not being followed.
Perception to spot followers? You don't know.
We are not followed.
Ah.
I'm entirely convinced.
You are known for your perception, so maybe the party will believe you. Anna is faster than she normally is. Yeah, Anna, what is your initiative modifier? And Malgar.
3.
1.
Right, Malgar's first. Alright, so I'll just do this. And I won't forget you this time, Malgar, don't worry.
I will kill you if you don't. If you do.
Alright, so this skill is for this challenge. As maybe wrong document. As maybe already kind of alluded by Mr. Eduardo, one of the primary skills is endurance. The endurance is to resist the effects of wandering through a damp, dark, and dank place, such as the sewers. In order to succeed with the challenge, you must at least have succeeded. One of the successes must have at least been an endurance challenge, or an endurance success.
I
So
got this.
aside from the normal amount of success, one of them must be endurance. You can use dungeoneering. Let's see. Dungeoneering to search through, obviously, the sewer place. Like, use the walls as navigation and the way it's constructed, and look at like places where like hiding spots can be secret doors or something like that. Let's see. You can also use nature, because there's water and like animals scurrying to specific places. You can use nature to follow those kinds of tracks. And there's like mud, and maybe you'll find a track in the mud or something like that. You can use perception to like spot things that might help you in your search. A perception success does not add a success to the skill challenge directly, but it will give the next character a +2 bonus, or a -2 if it fails, to the next check. And last but not least, arcane. You can use arcane in this challenge as a skill. With arcane, you find traces of magic that might lead you somewhere. Because if you if you enter the sewer, I'm not sure if any one of you is trained in arcane.
Not sure, huh?
Not sure. No, I'm not sure. I'm not sure if psionics are trained automatically. Actually, I'm
Looking at his rolls, I have a pretty good idea.
I think Kyle is, yeah. So if you when you went into the sewers, like your magic senses were tingling, so to speak, and you traced like this trace in the air that magic has been used in the past around this area. So you
I
can
have-
like follow that trail with arcane checks.
I have typed a reminder in the Skype for all of the checks required.
Thank you very much.
Resist the effects of wandering through poo.
I can't see Skype, but I wrote them down.
Oh, smell poo, see poo. Oh, magic poo. Excellent. Yeah.
Except for the one endurance, nothing is required, right?
Yes, one of the successes needs to be an endurance check. That's all.
Well, that should be doable.
So the skills were if I kept up with writing like endurance, engineering, nature, arcana, and perception for bonus.
Yes.
And
And
that's-
perception doesn't add a fail or a success.
Yeah, I
Is
said
that
for
across
bonus.
the whole party? So the whole party has to do one endurance check,
No.
one.
Oh yes,
Or is
yes.
it- okay.
Yeah, just if one endurance check is succeeded by any member, it succeeds.
Okay.
This is a party effort, so every success counts for the party.
We must endure.
You can see like endurance, like if someone like stumbles and like fails or like pants, and then the other one of the other characters like comes up and like gives him a pat on the shoulder and you can do this and stuff like that.
Use my
That's-
bluff. You can do this, buddy.
But yeah, that's a skill challenge. Juhani, I think that was expected. You
Looking at the rolls, that was not. Yes.
yeah.
Let me take a look at my skills to see what makes sense. Let me roll +3 Arcana.
Oh, one extra rule for Haystack. The party cannot use the same check twice in a row.
Okay, so if one person uses Arcana, the next person can't use Arcana, but the one after that can use Arcana.
Yes.
Okay.
I almost forgot to mention. But yes, Juhani, what do you wish to roll for?
I will use my keen and quite dark vision eyes in combination with my stealth skills by sneaking ahead to some degree so I don't lose track of the party, because that would be bad. By sneaking ahead and seeing if anybody might be looking out for us, because I have the idea that we're probably being followed even if I don't see anybody. And if I get sort of a feeling like they're scurrying away in this or that direction, maybe I can get a feel for, you know, where they might be coming from or going to.
Alright.
That's a sneak.
That's so stealthy, I tell you.
So stealthy. Also, another Haystack, you cannot, as a character, as the same character, you cannot use the skills twice. So Juhani, when the next round comes along, Juhani can no longer use stealth that round. So it
Yeah, but
applies
again,
both
or-
party-wise and character-wise. You have
Okay.
to skip skills, basically.
Oh. Well, I tried. I tried to be stealthy.
You stealth across the sewers. And what were you looking for again?
People.
People.
If I am stealthy, people will not hush away when I go around
Yes.
the corner. So I can see them. But when they
The
finally
rats
go
are
away-
completely oblivious to your presence.
There are
Right.
rats in the basement.
There are rats in the sewer. But you are stealthing. You don't see people per se, but what you do see as you like look around and stuff, you do see like these scratch marks on the wall, that
Passive
go,
perception.
like a certain direction.
Do they appear to be going deeper into the sewers?
Yes.
think
I
the
go back to the
direction
party
is
and-
deeper into the sewers at this point because we just came in.
Yes.
Well, but they're not coming out the way we came in. so that's-
Shoulder, it is your turn.
Use a shortness roll.
I will blend in with the poo.
What?
No, I'm just kidding.
Stealth
I
check.
roll
You're so shitty at this.
for. I will use my dungeoneering skill to
Ooh.
search for traps, hidden doors. You know, just banging my hammer everywhere.
Engineering, yes. Definitely. You bang your hammer around like a few times and you like check for traps and whilst there are no traps to be found, you guys like turn a corner because Johanny was like, there's like this stretch mark in the middle right here. So you guys like turn a corner, and Hilda like thinks like, wait, this corner looks suspicious. There's like a cracked stone and stuff like that, and you like tap it slightly with your hammer, and all of a sudden this wall like comes forward a bit, like, and then like slowly shoves to the side, and there's like this stairwell, and you like, or staircase, and you like go down, and there's like a whole new sewer system that like it's there, and yeah, you have descended down a secret part of the wall.
It's
Lovely.
A city built on sewers, built on more sewers, built on more sewers.
Helga,
This is a shitty place.
For Melga, I will roll endurance, since it is a quite big creature, and with its cloth armor dragging around in all the pool. It's kind of hard to move, you know?
it's hard to move.
I'm so happy I rolled up the cloak.
Absolutely.
A lot of endurance.
Even though it is hard to move, you still manage to do so without getting too tired, and yeah, you trudge along, and you see some people like stumbling around, and sometimes like stepping into the poo, and you have to like drag them out of the slime and the mud, but
No
you
problem.
manage to do so, and
That's good.
you trudge along. Anna,
Trudging along. Okay, I'm not good at any of this stuff.
plus
Make something up!
What?
Diplomacy to the darkness.
If you
So
come
those
out,
rats
we'll
will show
give
you the
you
way.
cookies.
diplomacy check the rats into oblivion so they show you the way.
Oh my god, that would be a
Religion.
nature check actually.
God of poo, please guide the way.
I'll intimidate the rats. Rawr! No. God,
Maybe Melga can tame them next turn.
I am useless.
Befriend the rats.
Right.
Wait, do we have the dog with us, or is it?
I think the
you
dog's still following.
smashed. I thought you smashed the dog's face and took its.
The
No!
That was the
we-
old dog. No, we're still taking the dog around. Melga's still taking the dog. You know?
We had a
You
nice
have to
dog.
like drag your dog out of the mud at some point. It thinks like, ooh, swimming in sewer water is fun.
Oh,
Chasing rats
yeah.
is fun. You have to like,
The ugliest dog in the world. I remember this.
Actually don't know enough about this skill to. Dear God.
That dog rolled a 1 on its.
charisma.
looks.
I'm just going to give us a fail, I guess.
You can do it. The
um.
book can do it.
So Anna'll try to make herself useful, and try to be as smart as Hilder. She's trying to imitate him a bit because she doesn't know what the hell she's doing. Trying to do a engineer check.
Knock, knock, knock.
I've spent many years swinging my hammer on walls.
She's just going to knock on things with her at the end of her sword.
You should also do like the blind cane.
Yeah, like she's just trying to. She's just kind of rummaging around trying to be useful, but she doesn't really know what she's doing. And that will show from the roll value.
Use your
We'll see.
shield as a poo sled.
Something like that.
you like poke around with your sword.
My
and
glowing sword!
with your glowing sword, you like inspect the walls,
So at least won't poke anyone's eye out. That's
And
Since when is the
everything.
sword glowing though?
and you like poke, and all of a sudden you poke like this loose tile on the floor, and it falls down, and you are not like early enough to warn the others about this, that you actually found a waterfall, a small waterfall going downward, and you all fall.
Ah!
The one walking behind you like bumps into you, so you
No!
fall face flat into the sewer water.
Yeah.
The others like rush after you and try to drag you out of it because you're getting like dragged by the current.
That's a strong current! Someone in plate armor being dragged.
Yeah, you get like dragged by the
How
current
did
because
we
this
not
waterfall's
notice
like
this?
feet or small waterfalls like feet.
Anna drowns in 2 feet of sewer water because she's in plate armor and she can't.
They like drag you out and manage to they manage to drag you out with a lot of effort, and
Sorry.
yeah, there you are.
Thank you. Sorry.